The Wuhan virus is back. The number of cases on the rise again. Hospitalizations also have increased. Is this a new outbreak? And should you be worried? The United States is reporting the biggest COVID-19 spike since December 2022. Hospitalizations have gone up by over 10% between the 9th of July and the 15th. COVID-19 test sales have jumped by more than a third. Also on the rise is the number of people testing positive for the Wuhan virus after a visit to the emergency room. And the US is not a one-off case, by the way. Some other countries as well are seeing an uptick in the Wuhan virus numbers. In the UK, for example, nearly 790,000 people had symptomatic COVID-19 as of the 29th of July. The Zo Health app is reporting a 30% rise in daily cases, and this is as compared to the start of the month of July. In Japan, Wuhan virus cases have reportedly increased fourfold between May and July. So is this trend indicative of another Wuhan virus wave? Let's just put this question across to Dr. Ishwar Gilada. He is a consultant of infectious disease and the Secretary General of Organized Medicine Academic Guild. He's joining us live from Mumbai. Thanks very much for being here with us. Doctor, just to put things in perspective, help us understand how we should assess this rising number of cases in COVID-19 in some parts of the world.
See, COVID virus is here to stay. It is not going to go away totally. And therefore, when the immunity wanes, whether it is a natural infection immunity through direct infection or through vaccine, then these cases will rise. However, what we should look at is the trajectory of the infection. How many of them require hospitalization or oxygen or ICU? What are the deaths? And that's not happening. Is there any new variant? No new variant has come after Omicron. So last 1.5 years, almost 20 months, only variant available is Omicron. Now, it also depends on the type of vaccine used and the type of earlier infection. So I think we should not be worried about any such kind of rise, and we should concentrate on what can be done if at all it spread wildly. Currently, what we see in India is H1N1 or H3N2. These two are the influenza A viruses. They are more common than COVID. RSV, that is respiratory syncytial virus, that is more common than COVID. Influenza B is more common than COVID. So if you calculate, COVID is not even 8 or 10% of all these three infections. So what is happening? Last 1.5 years, I call Omicron as a variant of support rather than variant of concern. And no variant of concern has come after that. Only after Omicron came, everything opened up. Schools opened up, colleges opened up, workplaces opened up. Otherwise, that work from home was one of the worst disease, which is now coming out because of Omicron. So I think till a new variant come, which is more severe than Delta, which we had seen, we should not worry at all, and we should not have a COVID-centric policies. Recently, twice I traveled abroad, and the airline announces COVID-specific guidelines, and not even the announcer uses mask. So I think they are making mockery of COVID, and that is more deterrent than any of health. So I think we should abolish all the COVID-related committees. We should concentrate on emerging and re-emerging viral infections or respiratory viral infection, and whichever are the category we should take. It is nothing to be worried about, particularly India, which has a very good immunity, both natural and acquired, and we have not seen any kind of let-up. Around 40-50 cases coming daily in the country. It is like I had seen in one family in Jaipur, 45 cases in one family. And in a country of 140 crore people, if we have 40-50 cases or 100 cases or 200 cases, we should not be bothered at all.
Right, I was just coming to that when you talk about natural and acquired immunity, given the questions surrounding vaccine efficacy, as most of us have taken our final shot months ago.
No, efficacy may have waned. What I am worried about is, what I am not worried about is there is no new variant which is causing any concern. So if you are not worried about influenza or viral fever or any kind of seasonal flu, why you should be worried about COVID? It doesn't bother you. It just gives you 2 or 3 days of fever, running nose, and that's what happened in any kind of flu. So If there is no specific national program for influenza or other viruses or RSV viruses, why should we bother about COVID, which is milder than current influenza viruses?
All right. Thanks very much, Doctor, for helping us better understand the spike in COVID-19 numbers in some parts of the world and whether or not we should be concerned. Thanks very much.
Thank you.